welcome to boot camp, day number 7, or your workout number 7, depending on how you are organizing yourself. And don't get scared, we will start, as always, with a simple warm-up and a stretch. So first of all, come up with the knees, grab your ankle from the outside with your hands, and then get your hands back into guard. So fingertips or knuckles to chin or cheek, and close your elbows around your rib cage. Halfway there. Now lift your knees to your chest, but stay upright. Pull your navel in. Lift the chest, lift the chin, and keep it moving. Knees up, alternating. 5 more seconds. This is some great soundtrack here. So, squat pulses, squatting down, not coming back up, stay low to mid height. Here we go. So, pulsing, shifting your hips backwards and down. Keep the back straight, lift arms overhead, thumbs are pointing backwards, and go for your pulses. Down, down, down. Perfect. So this is a little bit of a longer workout, and we're exploring kickboxing, punches and kicks a little bit deeper. I want you to get really good basics and to get your heart rate up and to work a bit more on your calorie burning, to be really shredding some more calories. Here I'll be including some cardio, but it'll be an easy one, so don't worry. We'll get this done step by step. And step by step it is, single lunges backwards. Start with your feet parallel. Don't pause the video yet, I really want you to warm up. And then step backwards. Legs are 90 degrees. And the arms are working front and back, contralaterally. Arms coming forward. Halfway there, make sure your shoulders are staying above your hips. Don't fold forwards too much, so that the weight is evenly distributed between the front and the back. So we're working on our hamstrings as well as our glutes and our quadriceps, of course. Well done. So kickboxing will mean punches, which means we need to warm up our shoulders. So roll those shoulders backwards with the arm extended to the sides, palms are facing up. And I'll go for some intense rolling here. Make it swift and quick. Raise your core. You might bend your knees a little if you want to, and then change direction. Switch and roll your shoulders forward. Arms extended to the side, drawing circles in the air. Make sure to release your shoulders. As always, you might think by now I'm obsessed with shoulders, but probably I am. So, shoulders down as much as you can. Coming down on the ground, plank to V. And this is just as well some pre-stretching and mobilization as a core activation, working on our core strength. So come into plank position, then shift the hips back and up, and then roll forward into plank. Allow yourself to stretch all the way backwards into down dog, opening the shoulders, lengthening the back, and then curling and rolling forward into your plank position. Fantastic. How are you feeling the warmth coming up? This is pretty much a whole body movement, a whole body warm-up. Make sure to roll over your feet, get those calves warmed up, get those hamstrings stretched a little. 5 more seconds. Come on, get one more in. And then we have one more warm-up before we stretch. 3 pulse lunges. No jumping, although you can if you feel like it. You don't have to though. This is a long workout, so there'll be plenty of things to do. Start again with your feet parallel, hip width apart, and then step backwards. 3 pulses, come back forward. Arms in runner position. I love those running arms. So bend one arm forward, pull one arm back, and pulse from a low to a mid position, so don't come up entirely, stay as low as you can, and this will emphasize working on your front glute. That's the butt cheek muscle. All right, I guess we're warmed up by now. If not, just repeat the session. And so here we go, let's have some stretching for our legs. Open your legs, twist over to the left side, come into high lunge. For all those kicks that we're going to do, we need really some flexible legs. And stretching before we work out is opening the connective tissue, opening the muscles, improving blood supply, and of course oxygen supply. Hands down on the ground, then keep the right hand on the ground, lift the left arm, rotate towards your bent knee. Keep it light. And then come back into center. Stretch forward, forward fold over the left leg. Relax your head. You want to be digging your left heel into the ground, lifting your sit bone, maybe even lifting the toes, increasing the hamstring stretch. And we're getting ready for push-up. You can do push-ups on the knees, on the feet. Count to 10 in your head. 10 push-ups here, opening the elbows wide. Fingertips are pointing towards each other. Lowering the chest all the way to the floor. So cute with the boats there in the background. Then come back forward with the left leg. Come back to center. Then bend the left knee and stretch the inside of your right leg. This is especially important for all the side kicks that we're going to do, roundhouse kicks. We need a lot of adductor flexibility for those. Then sit down, half squat, lift your toes. Dig the heel into the ground, work your ankle mobility, stretch your calf, then change side, other side, right leg bend, left leg stretching out for your adductors, so we get evenly nice kicks on that side. And then squat it all the way down, lifting your toes. Observe your heel on the ground. Observe if your heel is on the ground. And this will tell you how flexible your calves are and your ankle joint. And then turn all the way to the right side. High lunge first, opening your hips, pressing your hips down. Make sure your hips stay square to the ground. Rolling over your back foot. Lower your arms down, preparing for opening to the right. I hope you have an evenly nice leg you can open up to, sucking that wonderful natural light in, and then come back, both feet parallel, folding forward, nose to the knee. And yes, we're going for some mountain climbers again, so get ready to step back into plank position and run. Go for 20 mountain climbers, 10 each side. Count in your head. And when you're done, step back forward with the right leg. Wibble and wobble, fold forward. Bend the knees some, getting up, and we're ready to go. We're starting with some cardio. Knee run, either on the spot or moving in the space. So this is great for warming up our calves and working on our ankle mobility and our rebound capabilities. Runner's arms as always, and I'll draw those knees up hip height or even higher. And if you have space, use your space. You can move forward and backwards or sideways depending on how much room you have to make it a little bit more exciting. You can do this. 10 more seconds. Pick those knees up. Last ones. And there we go. If you need a break, as always, you can pause the video. Otherwise, we keep going with some squats and knee. So So since this is the kickboxing version of our workouts, hands to guard, squat low, and then come up, knee forward. When the knee comes forward, the upper body pulls back and both of your arms pull to the side of your hip. And squat low again, squat as low as possible, hips knee height. Hands come back into guard, elbows closing. Different variation here with arms forward when you're squatting, but still pulling the arms to the side of the hip. And keep it going. You have 5 more seconds. Fantastic. So I told you we're going to do this step by step and easily. Next one up, boxer bounce. Simple. So keep it light, keep it easy. Jump from one side to the other. Rebound quickly from your toe mounts. Now important is to keep the weight between the legs. And don't lift too far off the floor. Just use your rebound in the calves and in the quads. Now start moving in space, moving left and right, forward and backwards, diagonally. Forgot to mention, where are your hands? Where are your hands? Hands to guard, of course. Next one up, 3 pulse lunges. This time we're jumping, so same as in the warm-up, but with a little bit of a twist. Instead of just pulsing up and down, we jump up and down. Now let you figure out which side you're jumping, whatever comes easier to you. Halfway through. Now remember your arms, runner's arms. Remember to pulse low. 15 more seconds, you can do this. Perfect. You got this. Come on, let's go into our knee and back kick. So we've done the knee, now we're adding our back kick. So we're starting with the right side kicking back and then lift the left knee. It's actually super easy once you have it. So keep your balance in the center, kick back with the right and then lift the left knee. Hands coming from guard when you kick, to right hand touching your left knee when the knee comes forward. This allows you to work your abs a little bit, engage the obliques, lateral, abdominal muscles. Now the back kick really goes backwards. It's a stomp kick, which means the foot is flexed. Remember never to lock your joint. So pull the leg back before you lock in your knee joint. 10 more seconds. Actually 5. Wonderful. Change to the other side. So we're starting. Right knee coming up, left foot stomping backwards in your back kick. 45 seconds, here we go. Brace your core, stand your ground, keep your balance when kicking backwards, and then pull the knee up as quickly as you can, hands stay in guard when you're kicking. And then draw both hands to the knee coming up. Halfway through. Now try to accelerate, you know the movement. Ten more seconds, get a few more reps in. Perfect. Now let's warm up those arms for punches, push-ups on your knees, and you're allowed to get on your feet if you want to. How about this? We make a deal. You start on your feet and then you drop down onto your knees as soon as you need to. Most important is full range of motion, meaning the elbows come wide, fingers are pointing towards each other, your hands are at your shoulder, a little bit lower or chest height, And now brace those abs. Come on, push yourself up and down. 15 more seconds. This will result in great punches, powerful punches, explosive punches. You can do this. Well done. So let's get some fists up in the air here. Jab cross, right foot forward, left foot back. Stand your feet at least hip width apart or shoulder width apart. Start with turning your hips. Turn the whole leg, lift the back heel. And brace your core and let those punches fly out right in front of you. You're going to jab, cross. Knuckles are coming back as soon as possible to protect your cheeks. Elbows close to your rib cage. Halfway through. Now speed it up. Pulling your punches back as quickly as possible. And now turn those hips a bit more. Make sure to turn the whole leg, not to twist your knee. 5 more seconds. There we go. Jump a step, change side. And we're going for jab cross, left foot forward, right foot back. Here we go. If you feel comfortable in turning your hips, you can start straight away with your jabs. Otherwise, turn the hips first. Make sure you rotate your whole leg, lifting the heels, and then let those fists fly out of your shoulders. Punch straight in front of you. Straight wrists. Make sure the back of your hand is in line with your forearm. Keep the thumb over your fingers and not below. Thumbs are over your fingers, and then let those punches fly back to your guard as soon as possible. Wonderful. Continuing with our punches, double hook. It's 2 hooks each side, and then change. Go. Starting with turning your hips, that's 2 turns, with the second one being more powerful and a little bit longer than the first one. So that's 1 short and 1 powerful second one. Lift the elbow, open those armpits. Halfway there. Remember, back of your hand is in line with your forearm. How's your guard doing? Protect your ribs. Hands are protecting your forearm, your head. Keep moving, turn those hips, make sure to lift the heel, turn the whole leg. Yes, and there we go. Relax a little bit, no need to pause, because we're just knee lifting here. So either on the spot or moving a little bit through the space wherever you are, outside or in. Lift those knees, walk in from one foot to the other. And now watch your arm movement. Hands are coming from your guard to touching the outside of your foot. You can let go of your fists here, open the hand. No need for punching here. Now work those abs, pull the navel in, but lift the chest. So don't curl the upper body. Stay upright, lift the chest, lift the chin, and let those knees fly up. Keep moving. 2 more seconds. Perfect. Side kicks. So the side kick is a stomp kick. We're starting with balancing on the left and stomping with the right foot to the side. Let's do this. So turn the left foot out slightly. Left foot and left knee are turned out. Now lean over to the left side with the upper body. And now first pull the knee up, then stomp the foot out. Foot is flexed, pull the knee back in, and then lower the foot back down. So the knee is leading at all times. Pull the knee up, stomp the foot out, pull the knee back in, lower down. Keep your hands in your guard. Remember, thumb is out. Lean over a little bit more to the side, engaging the side abdominals. Last one. Great one. Shake it out a little bit, 10 seconds of rest, If you need a little break or you want to drink some water, just press pause. Otherwise, here we go. Balance on the right. Right toes are turned out. Bend the standing knee. Turn the knee to the right. Bend over to the right with your upper body and then kick it out to your left. Remember the knee is leading, so first the knee comes up, then stomp the foot out, foot is flexed. Bring the knee back in and then lower the foot down. Halfway through. What's your guard doing? Knuckles next to your cheeks, protecting your rib cage. Five more seconds. Speed it up a bit, get a few more in. Wonderful. Now let's do a little bit of cardio here. Just for getting the heart rate up. A little bit of high impact, as most of the kickboxing is low impact. Now double jump, switching from left to right. And try to make this really playful, meaning you want to move in the space that you have and jump as much laterally as you can. So jump to the sides, open up, and if you want to work on your guard, you can, alternating, bringing both arms up to your cheeks. Elbows close to your rib cage. Now keep it playful, move around in space. Breathe deeply, get oxygen in your body. Back to the punches, uppercut, one of my favorite. Right foot forward, left foot back, shoulder width apart. Start with turning your hips slowly, lifting the heels, and then let those punches fly up from below. You do not want to punch higher than your eyes. Keep those elbows tight and pull the arms back as quickly as possible into your guard. Now turn those shoulders a bit more, turn those hips a bit more. Make sure to protect the knee by lifting your heels. Remember, arms fly back as quickly as you can. This will engage your back muscles. 10 more seconds. Speed it up, get a few more in. Perfect. Step or jump, change side. Left foot forward, right foot back, starting with turning those hips. And then let those punches fly. Coming from below, punching upwards. So you're punching from chest to eye line. Try to punch the same spot with both fists. Halfway through. Now lift your heels, turn those hips a little bit more, turn the shoulders, and come back into guard as soon as you can. 5 more seconds, speed it up. Well done, perfect. Let's get the legs back in. Squat knee. Here we go, so squat low, and then bring one knee up, hands to the side. When you squat, push your hips backwards and down. Try to bring the knee as high as you can. Aim at chest height. Now upper back is leaning backwards, so you can push the knee forward as much as you can. Try to speed it up for the last 10 seconds. Increase the intensity here with the arms forward. Done. Time. Now let's get back to kicking. We're doing the same movement as we did with the knees, but this time we're squatting and kicking. Remember what we just did before. We brought the knee up first. Now this is a stomp kick with the knee coming up first and the leg shooting out, foot is flexed, knee coming back in. Same movement as we did before, knee squats, simply squat kicks. Upper body is leaning backwards, same thing. You can keep both hands in guard, or you're pulling the arm back of the side that's kicking. 10 more seconds, speed it up, dip as low as you can. Stomp it forward, foot is flexed. Time. Let's get to my favorite kick of all times, the roundhouse kick. Just love this one. We're having our foot point this time of the kicking leg. Now start with balancing on your left leg, foot and knee are pointing out, lean over to the left. And now we're shooting out with our shin, foot is point to the side. You do not need to kick high, you can kick low or mid or wherever you want. Most important here is that we do not lock the knee in the joint, but pull it back as quickly as we can. Now, in order to protect your back and your hip and your whole body, I would like you to crunch sideways, bringing the right shoulder and the right hip closer together. And this will work your obliques and protect your back at the same time. Perfect. So let's get to the other side straight away. Roundhouse kick with the left side. Here we go. Right foot is turning out, right knee turning out. Standing leg is bent. Now first lean over and pull the left hip up, engaging your oblique muscles, and now kick it out. Now this is a whipping, explosive motion with your shin and your point foot coming out and shooting out as quickly as you can. Stay leaned over to the right side. Keep your hands in your guard. And keep whipping your shin and your foot out. 5 more seconds, speed it up. Keep your balance. There we go. Didn't we love this one? All right, let's move over again to a stomp kick. Now this is a side kick, starting with the right side. So bring your left knee up and then stomp kick to the side with the right leg. When kicking to the side, we again need to protect our back by pulling the hip up and bringing the right shoulder and the right hip closer together, engaging our side core. Standing leg is bent. Kicking foot is flex. And again, knee is leading, so knee comes up first and stomp kick to the side, bring the knee back in, drop the leg down. Make sure to pull the leg in before you lock in the joint. Well done. In case you're a little bit dizzy from all those moving up and down, of course you can pause the video and resume the workout as soon as you're good. Here we go. So stomping out with the left side now. Right knee is coming up, then stomp side kick with the left leg. This requires a lot of balance and core work. Now observe your punches. Where's your guard? Where's your core strength? Remember to pick the left hip up. Bring your left shoulder and your left hip closer together. Knees flying up first, then stomp kick to the side, foot is flexed. Bring the knee back in and then lower the leg down. Well done. Here we go with my favorite jumping jacks, the cross jacks. If you need a break, drink some water, press the pause button, otherwise. Here we go. Open and close those legs, jump it out and in. Arms do the same, they come out and in. Chest to shoulder height, crossing over and under, having those palms flexed. This is great shoulder opening, engaging both the chest muscle and our upper back. Now feet cross front and back, turning both feet out when you're crossing. And if you feel like it, you can also switch arms up and under every time. 10 more seconds, speed it up. This was over way too soon, and that's why we're having another little plank-in, jump-in jack. The plank, jump, lifts. So open and close your legs, either jumping or stepping. Try jumping first, and if you're getting tired, you can always step out and in. Now alternate lifting, one arm forward. And as you feel, you need to brace your core as much as possible. Prevent your hips from lowering too much. Now get your shoulders above your hands. Great shoulder strength. Coordinative skills here. Come on, jump it out and in. Lift those arms. 5 more seconds. Yay! You did it! Stay in your plank position. If you need to release shoulders or wrists, just pause the video. Otherwise, come in your plank position and step forward with one leg and then switch legs from one lunge into the other. Jump out of both hands, coming into a low lunge position. Hands stay on the ground. Hips are lifting as much as possible to make room and space for your legs to switch. Keep it going halfway through. Now keep it bouncy. You can do this. Stay strong in your shoulders. Shoulders are pulling back from your ears. You're almost there. 5 more seconds. We have one more exercise to do. That's right and left. If your shoulders need a break though, you can pause the video. We're going into side plank to V. Right arm is moving, left arm is on the floor. So left hand comes into a side plank with both feet, one in front of the other. Then wrap the arm all the way to your calves, knee or feet, making a V inverse V position with your body. And then lift it all the way up into T. We're working our side hip here, our obliques, side abdominals. And we're also working on shoulder strength, chest and back. 5 more seconds. Perfect. As promised, last one up. Side plank to V on the right side. Left arm is moving. Here we go. Come into your side plank and then wrap the left arm all around your body. Come into an inverse V. Touch whatever you can. Knee, calf or foot. Halfway through. Now follow your hand with your gaze. So look at your legs when you're touching and look towards the sky when you're lifting your left arm. That's 10 more seconds of workout. Make it your best. And there we cool down and stretch. 5 more seconds. You can do this. Wonderful. Shake it up, come back up, release your shoulders a little bit. Next one up, butterfly stretch. So we're starting in temple pose. Elbows are pressing against your knees from the inside. Opening your hips here. And then at your own pace, just open up, stretch both legs, come forward into tabletop. You can either have your arms to the sides, spreading out like an eagle, or extending the arms forward, engaging the back a little bit more. Halfway through, make sure your shoulders are pulling away from the ears. Keep a long straight back. Now start breathing deeply. Oxygenate your body. Draw the air in into your belly. And then roll up into standing, side stretching. Since we're in a kickboxing workout here, make soft fists either side of your hip and then push over to the side overhead. Lifting the elbow as much as possible, leaning over to the side. Now to also stretch the side hip, cross the same side leg backwards, making a nice big C shape here. Alternate left and right. Now slow it down a little bit, deepen your stretches, deepen your breathing. Remember to breathe into your belly. Try to breathe in 5 seconds, breathe out 5 seconds. Now stretch your chest. We've done a lot of punches, that's a lot of contraction in the front of the body, a lot of chest action. So let's do the opposite. And open those arms wide to the side, keep your palms up, lower those shoulders. If you feel a little tense in the neck, which I do tend to do when I do a lot of kickboxing and punching, I do like to free my neck a little by moving the head sideways, up and down, tilting the ear towards the shoulder. Don't forget to pull those thumbs backwards, open the chest as much as possible. Remember the deep breathing. Exhale deeply from the belly. And then release those arms. You really have 10 seconds here to maybe wibble and wobble and shake those shoulders, shake those wrists. And then we come into bicep stretching. So press your right palm out first, chest height. Stretch the arm out. Now you want to observe your right shoulder. Pull the right shoulder backwards and down. Keep breathing deeply. And then change to the other side if you haven't done so. Press the left palm forward. And pull the left shoulder back and down. Engage the triceps a little bit. And release. Again, you got 10 seconds for shaking those arms, shaking those shoulders. Maybe take a sip of water. And then put the right hand in between your shoulder blades. Grab your right elbow with your left hand. And make this nice and easy. No need to rip anything apart. We just want to create a little bit more space in the connective tissue, the muscle, to allow blood and oxygen to come to your muscle. Now if you want to lean over to the left and cross the right leg back, creating a C shape with your body. And then release both arms, shake it out a bit, and then take your left hand, place your left hand between your shoulder blades. This can also be simply enough. Just having your left hand positioned between your shoulder blades. But if you feel like it, you can grab your left elbow with your right hand, lifting the elbow all the way to the sky. If you can, lean over to your right. And now to have a little bit more stretch in your side body, because we have been doing a lot of kicking, side kicking and roundhouse kicking. We want to release our hips a little bit. So cross the left leg behind the right. Keep your balance. Those legs might be tired. Perfect. And release. Now let's see how tight those legs are and toned. We're starting with a quad stretch on the right side. Grab your right ankle. Both knees are joined. Keep your thighs parallel. And gently push your hips forward. Now don't overdo stretching of too tight muscles. We really don't want to rip any tissue. We just want to encourage recovery by increasing blood supply and allowing the muscle to carry a bit more oxygen. But if it feels too tight and tense, don't force it. Then change side, grab your left ankle, and quad stretch on the left. Having both knees parallel, pushing the hip forward. Sometimes stretching is done best as a separate session. That's why you will find stretching only or stretch and mobility workouts here in this boot camp that allow you to simply focus on your stretches and on your mobility when you're not working out on a day that you have no workout planned or you're not doing any of the boot camp sessions. Then let's try the hamstrings. Bend your knees, fold forward, nose to knee. Round back forward, relax your head. Press both heels into the ground, lifting your sitting bones up. And again, if you're feeling super tight in your hamstrings, we've been doing a lot of lunges and back kicks. You can keep your knees bent, allowing your back to come a little further forward and allowing your shoulders and your head to release a little bit more. One deep breath in, roll up, bend the knees, push the belly in. And last standing stretch, we'll be doing right and left. Start with the right, figure 4 stretch, standing for the butt. Now this can be especially tight, so be careful here. Sit back and down with your hips. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly, you can keep your hands on your legs, maybe helping and adjusting your right leg. Or if you're feeling steady, draw the arms overhead, engaging the back. Pull both thumbs back. A little bit of a shoulder and chest opener here again to counteract all these punches. And then change side. Left side is coming, crossing over right. Now keep your balance, push your hips back and down as much as possible. You will feel a slight stretch in your left butt cheek now. Be gentle and remember to breathe deeply. That's 5 seconds on the in-breath. And 5 seconds on the out-breath. Perfect. And slowly come up. And we're ready to sit down for our last explorative stretching here. Hamstring stretches, side bending, back bending. This really is a multitude of stretches, even a little bit of butt stretching. So sit down, bring both your sitting bones on the ground, then bend one knee, stretch the other one out. Make sure both legs are turned out, so the straight leg toes are pointing up, and the bent knee is almost touching the floor if possible. Now we're alternating between a forward fold to the side of the straight leg, with the navel turning all the way to the thigh as much as possible, and then lifting on the bent knee into a side bend or even a back bend. We've been doing this before, so you know where this goes. When you're lifting into your side or back bend, make sure that your hand is grounded underneath your shoulder to avoid any shearing. And again, be as gentle as you can. I would like you to stretch at least the side, as we've been doing a lot of oblique muscle strength and work. They do deserve some stretching and mobilization. And if you feel like it, you can even back bend. Now do this at your own pace. And if you can, include the breathing rhythm. That's exhaling when you hamstring stretch, bending over the straight leg. And then one deep inhale into the belly when you side or back bend and reaching up and over. Fantastic. Then change side, do just the same thing on the other side. Before you start stretching and reaching, anchor both of your sitting bones on the ground and make sure both of your legs are turned out. So this is workout number 7, or your first week of boot camp. You do not need to work out every day though, although if you feel like having a 30-day transformation or 33-day transformation, because we have 33 workouts in total, you absolutely can, but most people don't have the time. So if you're doing 3 workouts per week, this is largely enough, and that will carry a long way. You might even find some workouts especially inspiring or especially good for you. You're feeling toned and more energetic, more vital afterwards or even the next day. And then feel free to bookmark those or to repeat them over and over. Remember where they were and which they were, so you can come back as often as you want. These are the workouts that you love doing, that really give you a boost of energy, that get your metabolism started. We will now move up a little bit in intensity. We will do much more athletic work on all kinds of different levels, more core work of course, and more kickboxing. And if you feel like coming back to basic levels even in the future workout sessions, you now know where they are and what to do. So you can lower the knees, you cannot do the jumping, you cannot do the tuck jumping, you can make shorter movements. So whatever is necessary to pull through, try to adjust to your level, so we can all do this together. Espresso workouts, HIIT Boot Camp, become fit and fierce in 33 workouts.